Today we're going to be taking a look at how I made this vanilla body gel. So what I love about this body gel is it absorbs into the skin so easily and it feels so silky soft on the skin. I think you guys are really going to love this formula. So the key ingredient that makes this a body gel is the sepamexin. This is the ingredient that's going to be gelling our vanilla body gel. So if you've seen my last video, I actually used sodium carbomer as the gelling ingredient, so go watch that video if you haven't watched it yet. I'll put a link down below. There's some informative information over there, so definitely recommend checking it out. So like I said, sepamexin is our key ingredient, and I do just want to mention that sepamexin is not compatible with cationic surfactants, so we cannot use cationic surfactants in this formula because sepamexin is anionic. Alrighty, so let's get into it. We're going to be making a 100-gram batch, and I'm going to start with this 200 milliliter glass beaker, and I'm going to be starting with some vanilla water. You can use a different hydrosol here if you would like. I'm just using this because I love the scent of it, and I added in 10 grams of it. Now I'm going to be adding in some sodium lactate liquid. This is a humectant that will help hydrate our skin, and I use 3 grams of it. And I'm adding in some sodium PCA. This is another humectant that will help hydrate the skin, and I added in 3 grams of it. I'm avoiding glycerin here because it does kind of make your skin feel sticky, but you know what, you can add it in if you want, but I'm avoiding it here. And the next humectant we're going to be adding in is propylene glycol, and we're actually going to use a good amount of this. We're going to use 10 grams of it. Now I'm going to be adding in some oat protein, and this is a lovely ingredient that will also add some hydration to the skin. I added in 2 grams of it. You can use a different hydrolyzed protein here if you would like. And next is cocoa caprylate. This is actually a lightweight, non-oily emollient ester that helps add moisture to the skin. So instead of using like traditional oils, this is a ester that is a lot less greasy and more lightweight on the skin. And I added in 10 grams of the cocoa caprylate. I think this is perfect for a body gel because I'm really going for a very light feeling with this body gel. I don't want it to be heavy. And now I'm going to be adding in some C12-15 alkyl benzoate. This is a lightweight ester that can impart a lightly conditioning, silky finish to products and leaves a pleasant, non-oily feeling on the skin. So this is another ingredient replacing natural oils in order to impart a more lightweight and less greasy feeling on the skin, because that's really the type of feeling you're wanting to go for when making a body gel. And I added in 7 grams of it. And here comes our preservative Liquid Dermal Plus, and I added in 0.5 grams of it. And lastly, we're going to top everything off with some distilled water, 51.5 grams of it. And now we're going to mix everything together. Now, obviously, oil and water don't mix, so everything won't be fully emulsifying until we add in the sepamexin, which, like I said, this is our gelling ingredients. And it's also going to work as our emulsifier. So I added in 3 grams of the sepamexin, and you just want to let it sit on top of your formula. Don't mix it in. And all I did was just cover up my beaker with some aluminum foil, and you want to let it sit for at least 8 hours. I let mine sit overnight. And when you come back, you'll notice all the oil has separated from the water and is settled on the top of the formula. That's totally cool. Go ahead and mix it up. I don't think hand mixing is quite enough. I mean, you'd have to have a lot of patience to keep hand mixing it. So I definitely recommend using a mini mixer or an immersion blender, and you really want to make sure you mix it a lot. Like, you're going to have to mix it probably a good bit, because if you don't, there might be kind of like these little chunks in it. I don't really know how to describe it, but you just got to mix it a good bit, and I promise everything will become a nice smooth consistency, and it's so worth it because this body gel is freaking amazing. It's by far one of my favorite products I've ever made, and I'm definitely going to be making more of these, so look out for more recipes of body gels because I'm obsessed with this. So now it's time to take the pH of our formula. I just took 10% of our product and diluted it in 90% distilled water and mixed it up until the body gel dissolved in the water and took the pH. If you want a more in-depth video on how to take pH levels of cosmetics, I'll link down below to a video that'll explain to you guys how to do that. So the natural pH of this body gel is 6.11, which is just a little too high for me. So I ended up adding in a total of 4 drops of a 40% diluted citric acid solution and 60% distilled water. And you want to mix it in for about a minute to let the pH balance. And I got it down to 5.54. which is literally just perfect. You want it in between 4.5 to 5.5. So, I mean, it could use probably another drop, but it's cool. So now I'm going to go ahead and package up my body gel in this 4-ounce jar, which is honestly just a little bit too small because I only made 100 grams, which I totally regret. I should have made way more because I am completely obsessed with this stuff. Do you see how gorgeous this is? It literally looks like a cloud. Like, it's so thick and jelly, and it feels so indescribable. And what's so weird about it is that even though it is like super thick, it still feels very like thin when you go to massage it into your arm. Like, it's so thick that I can actually like tip it over and nothing falls out. And I'm just like obsessed with the way it feels, like even when I just go to put my finger into the jar to grab some product. And as we're moving into the summer months, this is just perfect because it's so lightweight, no greasiness, no stickiness. And I think this would be perfect for the winter as well. If you want more hydration and moisturization, you can always use some heavier oils instead of the lightweight esters like I used, but personally, I think that is what contributes to the luxurious, silky smoothness that this product has. And I'm just showing you guys how it massages into the skin. It just glides onto the skin so easily. And as you massage it in, you sort of see that my skin has this like wet look, and then instantly it goes away. No stickiness or greasiness. And what I love also about this stuff is, personally for me, I don't like using lotion on my hands because it just feels too heavy afterwards. Like, even if it's a super lightweight lotion, it still just feels too heavy for me because I'm picky. But this is perfect for that. So if you've been looking for a lotion that's just super lightweight, no greasiness, no stickiness, this is for you. So if you're ever going to recreate at least one product on my channel, I can't recommend this one more. So here's the formula to our vanilla body gel. This way you can scale this recipe to however much you want to make. If you aren't sure how to transfer a formula from percents to a weighed out recipe, I'll link down below in the description box to a video that'll explain to you guys exactly how to do that. Also, if you guys didn't know, I do have a Patreon where I write blog posts that go along with all the recipes I make here on my channel. That way you can print out the blogs with written out recipes and written out directions. That way you can just have them whenever you need them, and you don't have to go back and rewatch my videos because that is just so much easier. And I also post 2 exclusive videos every single month over on my Patreon and all kinds of extra content. So if you want more from me, then definitely go over and check out my Patreon. I think there's definitely a lot over there to keep you busy. And don't worry, you can always unsubscribe from my Patreon in case you just need to unsubscribe. So let's move on to Patreon shoutouts. At Stardust Bath & Body, Nature's Farm Girl, Kennedy's Essentials, LettsBlend, Creative with Love, Wallflower Wildflower, Heartfelt Beauty, at Sugared_Pineapple, KAJ Bath & Body, Blue Mint Soaps, Say Tara, at Salt Air Label, Lunice Beauty, Ardure Naturals, Shark City Naturals, Ohana Lay, at Danny Botanicals, Eclectic Beauty Cosmetics, Escape Bath & Body, EC Naturals, at Nino55, Ruhitas Skincare, and D. Marie Skin over on Etsy. Also, I sell products myself over on Etsy, so go check out that if you guys are interested. I'll have it linked down below along with all my lovely patrons. So I think you guys get the point now. I'm obsessed with this product. It's literally hands down, I think, favorite product I've ever made. Top 3 for sure, because I guess I can't really beat my Rose face wash because that is like I couldn't live without that. But seriously, love this stuff. Totally make it. You guys are gonna love it. All right, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys in my next one. Later.
I'm stuck in the motions. I've been consumed by the wrath of time, like I'm shattered in this life. It's still the path that